Where is the line between soup and cereal? Okay, what's a soup? Soup is a kind of like a something really a juice. Okay, but it's not a kind of like a something really a juice. It's a okay. So basically, soup and cereal are not the kind of like a something like food that you usually heard in India. Okay, this question is not belongs to the India. This question is actually belongs to the people who actually living in US and Europe, वगैरह वगैरह. Why? Because of that, कि like in India, soup is like basically not really that many people consume. Okay, and why? It's kind of like a something like that. Ki if I wanted to eat food, I usually prefer to food like a solid food, not a liquid food. Okay, yeah. Like some people, like the people who actually know about the kind of like a something really the soup and stuff like that, yeah, they would kind of like a consume such thing. Okay, but the people, the majority of the people are kind of like a people thinking that ki food means a solid food. Okay, so this is kind of like a something really in that particular thing that ki soup is in India, most of people didn't really consume that much. Okay, and by the if you don't really knew about the soup, soup is a kind of like a something really juice, but like like uh like basically this thing that ki palak ka juice, like basically I'm not really sure about the exact recipe of how this soup is actually made and stuff like that, but it's kind of like a something really palak, like what's a palak. um I'm not really sure about the English word for palak. So my mother usually made a kind of like a something really something really juice of palak. Okay, yeah, and it's really good. Okay, because palak is a kind of like a something really rich source of iron and calcium, might be, I'm not really sure, but it kind of like a something really very good for the health. So my mother usually do stuff like that. Okay, I since the beginning I just know that ki this kind of like a something like palak's a juice. Okay, yeah, but soon as I realized that ki soup is a kind of like a something really stuff is actually available, like soup is a kind of like a something terminology that I haven't really heard for the longest period of time, since there is a ad came like the Ching Chinese soup vagara, like some of the ad came to the television, and then I realized that, oh, this is kind of like a something like soup and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, the majority of the people didn't really know about that much soup. They consume a soup like a palaksa juice and like something like vegetable. Okay, so like I haven't really consumed that much amount of soup, so I'm not really sure about stuff like that, but yeah. And now we talk about the cereal. What's a cereal? Cereal is breakfast. What? What's a cereal? Okay, so still this is actually this terminology or this word is actually came from US and Europe. It's not come from India. Okay, still again in our India, if we wanted to make breakfast, like we have poha, idli, dosa, this and stuff like that, there are so many things. Okay, cereal is a, it's not, it's a kind of like a something like breakfast, but it's a fast food breakfast. What do you mean by fast food breakfast? So mostly what does it does? Okay, so it's a kind of like a something like this cereal is a kind of like a something like a small like like I haven't really ate that much cereal, but it's kind of like a made of corn and a little bit of proteins and then so many things. Okay, and you just have to put the milk and milk, and then basically you just stir it, and then probably you just have to eat that stuff. Okay, so so this is called something like a cereal. Why does it do that? Because in the early morning in our India, we just have kind of like a something to make breakfast. Like usually in India, our mother made a paratha and stuff like that, chai paratha, or then we ate that thing and we go to the school and college vagara vagara. Okay, early morning we don't really have that much time to make kind of like a something really make that breakfast and stuff like that. Okay, and that's why most of the mother are made paratha in India. In US they don't really have that much culture, like the mother didn't really make paratha. I don't know in that particular over there paratha is not even exist over there, but it's just like that they make a cereal. Okay, which is kind of like a something that it's a box of kind of like a something cereal. You just have to mix with the milk, and that's it. You will get the entire minerals required for the till the end of the lunch. You will get the entire thing like a proteins molecules and the carbohydrates and everything is in there. Okay, in one bowl of cereal you will get everything. Okay, so this is called a cereal. The cereal, okay, very different terminology. The question is that what's the line between soup and cereal? Okay, it's kind of like a something equivalent, because the soup is a kind of like a something really a liquid, and cereal is also kind of like a something really a liquid. Okay, what's the line between them? Like, what is actually the difference between soup and cereal? Well, I'm gonna say that ki I haven't really consumed that much amount of soup or cereal that much. Like, I didn't really knew that. Like, I consume soup maybe once in a 6 months maybe. Okay, and cereal is that, like, basically last time I ate cereal almost like a years ago. I'm not really sure about this thing. Okay, so I'm not really sure about stuff like that, but I could give some sort of opinion. Okay, so the cereal, mostly the cereal, the people who actually ate that thing in the breakfast are sweet. It's not kind of like a something really something really something really spicy. No, it's not. Okay, soup in other hand, it's not sweet, it's a spicy salty, like like basically it's not sweet. Okay, soup is not meant to be sweet, and cereal is not meant to be, cereal is always be a sweet. Okay, like a sweet and stuff like that. Okay, sweet, and there is a chocolate flavor, vanilla flavor, they have like so many flavors. Okay, but this is the line between this thing. Okay, soup is not a sweet, cereal is a sweet. So I think this is the kind of like a something differentiate between the soup and cereal. I think that I'm not really sure properly. All right, yeah. Next question.